Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host Paul James, and today I'm joined by Matto Phillips. Damo is still dead. He'll be rising from the dead at one point. I don't know. We'll see what happens. He's going on a long adventure. But he'll be back. Don't think too much about it. He'll show.
He'll reappear soon.
Yeah. No
Resurrect, reappear, return, whatever you think, whatever you want to think it is.
Then it's probably that. No big, long basketball-related rant from the two of us this week. I didn't play last week. You had a walkover victory. It's a pretty...
The other team didn't even turn up.
So I think we're done with all that, and we'll get back to kind of all the games-related stuff, because I'm sure the click-out rate was the highest it's possibly ever been with that last episode. What the fuck's this? This is not video games. It's talking about their basketball lives.
Recording gameplay. This is about basketball. And I don't know what else we were talking about. There was something else we were talking about as well.
Yeah, we went
completely off topic.
It was good. It was typical Patch,
I was thinking smokers, but that was the week before.
Yeah, I think that was the week before.
People, but yeah, we're doing it again.
Yeah, we are actually. So this week we're kind of getting into world news, so I guess we're still somewhat off topic. The coronavirus is a thing, and it's killing people, and that's not good. And there's obviously some far bigger, more important, wide-ranging impacts from this thing. But we're going to get real selfish and focus on how it's affecting the games industry, because there's been some reports, not just from the games industry, but kind of other sectors as well, like anything that kind of requires manufacturing in China at this point. That because of the coronavirus, some factories are being shut down, and there's going to be this presumed knock-on effect that's going to result in potential delays to the next gen launch, and we're kind of going to, I guess, thrash out whether we actually see that occurring, and if potentially it would be an issue for manufacturing in China. Is there a way that PlayStation or Xbox could take their business elsewhere quickly to make it happen? Matto, coronavirus sucks. Let's move on from that though. Is it going to delay the launches of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, or whatever ultimate kind of final names they end up going with?
You would say it feels like a long way away at the moment, but who knows? Who knows what will happen? It's one of those weird things. You just go, would it affect it or would it not? It just feels like it just gives them a reason to sort of delay it to, if there is problems, to fix it. But
yeah,
I mean, one of those touchy things, very touchy.
I guess on the easy end of the spectrum, there's like the games themselves. We're not going to see delays to the likes of Cyberpunk or Final Fantasy or Last of Us or Halo or any of those sorts of things as a result of the virus, because the manufacturing circumstances are a little bit different for those. Maybe it still goes on in China, I don't know, but it's just different. There's less involved in the whole process. You can kind of contain your process and get your games out there. And obviously there's the digital aspect as well. The consoles, though, people are going to need to buy a box, which currently is, made in China. I'm a bit like you. I mean, yeah, there is that who knows aspect, because we obviously don't know whether this thing's going to get far worse. Like, is it going to be like, what's that game? Plague Inc.? The computer game where like you start a little virus and it just spreads across the whole world, and you're actually trying you try to take over the entire world with this bug, or is it the other way around? Maybe it's just taking hold and you're trying to stomp it out.
Stop it. It sounds
I think there might be two versions actually. Maybe one was called Pandemic and Plague Inc. I don't know.
I think there is one called Pandemic. I know that one.
I think one of them you meant to have good intentions. The other one is like, how can I destroy the world as quickly as I can?
Pandemic is, I feel like, the one you're supposed to save. But
I might have to go dig it out, or just inevitably wait for one of my students to play it in class, because they
pretty sure
think they're being
Pandemic's
edgy.
on Games Pass.
Oh, is it?
I think it is. I could be wrong. I looked at it and thought that looked like a really bad game. I never touched it.
So the only way, I mean, you're saying, kind of maybe, and I think I'm kind of landing in the same sort of boat, but I don't think it's gonna. So PlayStation and Xbox will have their release dates in their heads, and maybe they'll change slightly based on what the other company does, but they've got a general window, kind of the holiday period.
Holidays.
Holiday period of 2020.
Holiday 2020.
The only thing I could possibly see happening is it maybe slows down the production. So you'd have to imagine that both companies, let's assume they're going for October for the sake of this, maybe late October, just in time for Black Friday and
Christmas,
Thanksgiving
presents.
and Christmas and all that sort of stuff. You'd probably assume that manufacturing begins 4, 5, 6 months before the actual launch, which means they're probably going to get cracking or supposed to get cracking in kind of now March, April, that sort of window. The only thing I maybe, and I'm purely speculating, could see happening is maybe it just slows production down. So come the launch of those consoles, maybe they still hit the date they're supposed to hit, but maybe there's far less of them.
So it's going to be like the old Nintendo Classic dilemma.
Yeah, except Nintendo does it on purpose.
Yeah, but it's sort of going to be that same thing. Everyone's going to get angry and frustrated, saying, "Oh, you don't have a PlayStation, you don't have Xbox. Screw you! You're a terrible, terrible company, terrible shop."
Yeah,
it's
going to
EB
Games or GameStop or whatever.
JB, whatever.
I feel like that could be the only thing there, and it might just be a case of like we're going to fulfill all pre-orders, and that's it because we couldn't
nothing else.
And they might even have a limit on pre-orders. Like we believe that we're only going to be able to make 2 million of each thing. Pre-order them if you want it, but if you don't pre-order it, you're missing out. Yeah. So that's maybe where I could see that situation landing if the coronavirus kind of continues at its current trajectory and maybe becomes worse before it becomes better. I don't know. I mean, I'm certainly not, in the CDC or any of that sort of stuff with any of that sort of expertise. Maybe it'll become the dollar bill like in Division. We'll see. The whole dollar bill thing with the Division, like that's how the virus spread. It was.
I didn't play the first one, so I don't know.
Oh right, yeah, that's literally how the virus.
I just went straight to the second one. Okay, yeah, cool. Is that how it started?
Yeah, there was just like exchange of money on Thanksgiving. You go through New York, and it's all kind of kitted out for Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that.
Ooh.
But it was all because of the exchange of money during Thanksgiving or Black Friday and all that.
Oh wow!
And they called it the dollar virus.
They were saying they were using cash back then.
Apparently, yeah.
Wow.
I can't remember what year.
That's crazy.
I can't remember what year the game was actually set or is set. Given that it's kind of going through a big revamp at the moment that takes him back to New York, I'm kind of keen to get back into it.
They go back to New York.
Yeah, some of the DLC they're going back to New York.
I have heard about that. Yes. That their season pass stuff.
Not to mention the fact, and side note, while we're talking about kind of the game and games that involve viruses and the Division, it's like $12, $13 on like Division 2 is like $13 on PlayStation at the moment, presumably on Xbox as well. They've just
it is too, yeah.
Smashed the price right down because
bargain.
Because they're trying to promote the shit out of the DLC. And originally the game didn't sell as well as they wanted it to. The Division 2 specifically. But yeah, I think for me that's probably the only way I see it kind of landing. I can't see the consoles pushing back to Feb, March next year or something like that. Even though Nintendo's proven that you can launch in that window with the Switch and it's successful.
Yeah, but when you have no one else around to compete with, of course you can do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, which of PlayStation or Xbox can go, oh shit, we got these problems. Let's push to Feb and let the other company just
do it first.
Yeah.
So the standard. See what they stuff up, and then let's do the opposite of that.
Yeah.
It's like the old PlayStation trick at E3 when they used to do it.
Oh yeah, when they used to
Xbox.
So I think that might be the logic. I can't see and I guess there is the human aspect as well, and we obviously don't know what's going to happen with the virus. But I don't these companies are still ruled by people who want as much money as possible. So I can't see.
They don't care. Money, everything else.
Yeah.
Seems to be the two categories.
And they'll just live in a bubble to make sure they don't catch the virus. In the meantime. So
in their case, the coronavirus doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's this thing that they hear about on social media and that's it.
Like, they care about how many consoles they can sell, and that's really all they care about. Or, let's find cheaper parts.
Yeah, let's. I mean, this person, they're dying anyway. Let's get them to make the parts for us. They don't need the money, jerks. So yeah, I think that's probably the only solution because I think the companies are too focused on money to actually push their console back, and I don't see there being
pushing it back 2 or 3 months.
And I also don't see some sort of quote unquote gentleman's agreement that sees both of them go, You want to delay? Yeah, sure, fine. Well, let's both kick to March, and then we'll just duke it out then. I mean, as a gamer, I wouldn't object if the consoles got delayed, because we do have things like Cyberpunk coming out, a month or so before the supposed launch of the consoles. Like, give me more time to play Cyberpunk. I'll be happy.
I think anyone would be happy if that was the case, but no.
It won't happen. No, not a chance it's going to happen. Just take Cyberpunk and then try and fit it in alongside your new fancy console with Halo or Horizon or whatever it is you want to play. The end of the year is going to be nuts.
It's going to be chaos. It's going to be fights everywhere. People trying to get their consoles. It's like that Jingle All the Way movie where they want to get that stupid toy.
Yeah,
that's what it's going to be like.
And there'll be people that they go to get their Xbox or their PlayStation, and they're in gloves and they've got masks on, and they've got walking in like Sheldon with his spray. The one that you kind of see in the GIFs all the time, where he's spraying like antiseptic, whatever it is. Yeah, an antiseptic spray, that'll do. Just blasting the shit out of everything and then carrying their console out from there. It's going to be great. And then I'll just order mine online and it'll rock up and I'll send the virus straight to my house. It's a positive thought. Who knows? We'll see how it all plays out. There's not real. I mean, we kind of were chatting about this before, and we don't really see this being the longest topic in the world because there's not a hell of a lot to say. Hey, when do you think is it going to affect it? Yes, no, thrash it out.
No.
But any other thoughts or ideas on the matter, or are we taking this one home already?
I reckon so. There's, like I said, is it going to delay anything? Probably not. Is it going to limit it a little bit?
That could probably. Yeah, I feel like that's the possible one. But there's no way they're going to move.
I don't see it moving at all.
Or we're all dead by then, and maybe there's no Xbox or PlayStation for anyone.
No Xbox for you, for anyone.
You're doing all right. You live far enough out in the sticks that you'll be safe. Me, I'm I teach. I've probably caught it 15 times already.
I say I'm not going to buy that console for like another 2 or 3 years. I'll just wait till they fix all their problems, like they did with the previous 2 generation of consoles, and I'll get it.
And play all the games on PC in the meantime because Game Pass.
Yes, but also I'll wait till they have a bigger hard drive, because
there's that too.
I'll guarantee they'll be saying, "Hey, get this 1 terabyte hard drive." Like, that's not. You're gonna hold about 3 games on that, going by what games are like now.
Yeah, no. Think about like Red Dead was
100,
or even some of the Xbox stuff where when they added 4K, it like doubled or tripled the size of the games, which killed you. Yeah,
don't even talk about it. I'll just imagine what Cyberpunk's going to be. That's going to be. I feel like that's just going to be massive.
200 gig.
Yeah, there you go. That's on PlayStation. Imagine on Xbox.
That's me making that up. I have no idea, but
it wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me one bit.
I think you only got your ass kicked with those older games because they already had a version, and then they added the 4K aspect to it, which is a download over the top of what you already had. I think anything new, you're not going to get screwed in quite the same way, but.
Oh, that's good.
Because I think even then we're spinning off here, but like when you were downloading, was it Gears or something like that you were getting a massive update for at one point? Doom. I feel like that was the first one we're talking. Yeah, like it's a massive download that's bigger than the game, but it's replacing a lot of what was in there already. Yeah, no, it was definitely Doom. It was like an 80 gig update or something. It was something stupid. Like the disc was like 3 gig, and then just here take an extra 80. Yeah, taking the extra 80. Like what the hell. I think a lot of it was multiplayer stuff as well. Yeah, the good stuff. Part of it was multiplayer, but it's not the good stuff. I was looking at this one. Why? Yeah, with you and your internet, it was like 3 weeks of us talking about it. Doom still downloading. Even the Division 2, like a patch, is 72 gig for PlayStation. Shit. I can't. And I just looked at when, what the hell? Like even with my connection, which is like a lot better than yours, that's still a day or 2. That's a lot. Like, yeah, that's a long time. Oh, and speaking of download, I think Call of Duty is finally finished. Oh, good. We've had we've been updating it kind of accidentally in every episode so far. So good. I think it's finally done. And the worst bit about that is most of them are probably modes that you're not even going to play anyway. Nah, it was all multiplayer. It's up to season 2 now. It's taken a whole season to upload. That's how long it's been. It's like 4 months. And on that that note, we're gonna wrap things up from here so that Matto can actually go play Call of Duty. If you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down the bottom. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes more of Patched, the Insider Player 2 Plays, the Late Game Review, Gamer School, and a whole lot more. We've got we discussed them last week, but we've got some full playthrough series going on at the moment. Matto, you've got LA Noire. I'm working on Resistance.
And everyone else can get stuffed.
Yeah, so there's other bits and
We're
pieces
taking
going as
over
well.
the whole channel. Was just
Yeah, like 5 of the 7 days are either you or me or both of us, so we're good in that regard.
I'm sorry, come back.
Yeah. Visit the website player2.net.au where you find reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcasts, the audio version of this, the Player 2 Pixelcast, Dev Diary.
The award-winning Dev Diary.
The award-winning Dev Diary. Jeez, you're gonna keep forcing that on me each
For
episode.
the entire year.
Good.
Until someone else takes over.
Yeah, until
next
someone
year.
wins the awards next year. Hopefully I can like nab a few other things in the meantime,
Back
so that
to
I'll be
back.
like the reigning champ on a few different. Oh, back to back.
Back to back.
We'll start the petition now.
Get your votes in now.
We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au, kicking a few bucks. Lower tiers, early access. Higher tiers, monthly episode exclusives. And if you're a patron, you can get yourself a free copy of the 5-year anniversary Player 2 magazine. That'll be coming somewhere down the line. You just have to be a patron. I don't think there was a specific tier. You just need to fork out even $1 a month, and I think you get one. So consider that. You'll be doing us a great service, and you get a cool reward in the meantime. Then there's Twitter. Matto, you are.
Matto_Phil.
I'm Paul James Games. The website is player2au. And until next time, don't play games with coronavirus on them. See ya.
I really hope there's some news next week.